Hello and welcome to Pillars of Eternity. Seems like there
I'm
is
on the
something
trail.
here. Is there any secret around the statue here? Nope, okay. There is a flower there though. So I've already cleared two of those things. Should we go to the Valiant embassy? Yeah, sure.
Quietly now.
We might find something that's a little bit more easily done. Oh good, more books.
Yes?
500 gold and this thing. I don't care about this thing. Gold, I'll get more later. Let's talk to you, mate.
Good day to you.
What can this humble servant of the Republics do for you? Tell me about the Republics. They are rich in all ways, in wealth and style and culture. If you were to go to the Republics, you would not want to leave. Why would you? The people are beautiful and charming. I'm here because the Solgata Ducal wishes. But when my appointment is done, I'll be on the first ship out, and I'll sing from here to Salona. Is there something else? That really didn't answer my question, but whatever. What exactly is it that you do here? As a Valiant ambassador, it's my job to ensure trade with the Direwood remains strong and profitable.
I'm on the trail.
Give the bringer item. Interesting.
I'll tinker with that. What could go wrong?
And some money. Why not?
Quietly now.
I'll stay out of sight.
Ready, Watcher.
Need something? I can do that. All done.
Obsidian lamp fragment. This lamp seems to be slow light, showing no reflection upon its surface. It's cold to the touch, and when held to one's ear, a quiet sonorous can be heard. The lamp is sealed with a piece of cork, on which the single rune is inscribed. You can summon shapes with this thing. Cool. Shades. How many times? Once per rest. Okay. Makes sense. Okay, we've been here, here, and here. Honor's gift. Some more quests there, maybe. We'll see.
Slow and silent.
Ooh. Bowery.
I'll take a look.
Yeah, take your sweet time. I mean, there is nothing urgent to be done. A lot of refugees here, apparently. Well, we need to start from somewhere. There is this abandoned house. The glossary contains definitions and explanation of many terms. Hey, addict.
I shall be discreet.
Ooh. Money. A cipher. We do have this. We don't need it. Doesn't mean that I'm not gonna try to steal it. I just don't think I need it.
I'm
If I
here.
fail the first time, I'm not gonna try again. Cool. Bunch of addicts. I don't mind addicts.
Hey, I'll see what I can find.
Sorry about what I said before. About the skin-faced Orlans.
It's all right. I knew what you were trying to say, and that's why I didn't gut you.
I didn't know I was saying something bad.
I get it. I get it. Let's just put it behind us.
Now that we're friends again, is it okay if I pet you?
What? No! Damn it, Adair! Is your family tree just one looping square?
Oh, there, you're adorable.
I shall be discreet.
Hey.
Right. The youngish elf man squints at me, surprised. You can't just barge into someone's home like this. Who do you think you are? I'm a friend of Barika Duamanel. Now wait just a minute. I'm staying clear of Duamels. You understand? Surely we can put this behind us. What did you do to make her so angry? I told her she wasn't my type. Maybe not as tactfully as that, but I didn't want trouble with the most dangerous man in Defiance Bay. How could I know she'd take it so personally? If you can't give me a good beating, okay? The Duamels don't exactly value forgiveness. Neither do I. And I shot him, I guess. It was my bullet that put him in the ground.
Quietly now.
Ah. The good deed for the day. Well, what did he expect to happen?
Nice and quiet.
Okay. Commoners, they actually don't have anything to say to me. Heritage Hill is this way. Let's enter this house next.
Laying low.
Oh, cool. That is gonna be fun. A rope coiled around the chair feels painfully scarty. Oh, this is gonna be an important area later, I bet. Kick. Just a sear.
I'll see what I can find. How may I help?
Valiant Trading Company, Ramshack House. Okay guys, go this way. Fighters again extremely durable, and amongst the most reliable damage dealers. Sure. Okay, I should not have left the house, but whatever. It's not that big of a deal. We can just go back in. Once we set foot in, I'm gonna pause. Yeah, always good again. Baron Walker, real, don't care. Paladins. You know, I do remember playing as Paladin before. Bargain.
On the hunt. I can do that.
Sure.
All done.
Cool. If it's locked, there is something important in there. Illegal. Yeah, that's right, we are investigating illegal stuff. We're not breaking in. And we're gathering
take a look
evidence.
at that.
God's damn that son of a cool.
The angry woman clenched her jaw and stared out towards the harbor with glimmering golden eyes. Eventually, sensing my presence, she turned her fair head towards me.
Want to run a down on its luck Valiant Trading Company? If you have more than half a brain, you could really do something with it.
She clutched her jaw and continued quietly. Okay, her heart doesn't seem to fit the rest of us.
As long as you're willing to clean up a few bloodstains.
I remained silent at that moment. The woman smiled faintly at me before turning her attention back to the warehouse. She glanced, gave me a slight nod, and walked off.
Keeping an eye out.
Some payday this turned out.
Gods keep you.
An old man paced on the dock and looked over the water. He fussed over something large and round, which he constantly shifted from one hand to the other. You're not certain whether his wide-eyed gape-mouthed expression marked surprise or fear. It seemed he isn't either. You don't look like a guard. He examined me and my equipment more closely. Say, you wouldn't be interested in making some copper, would you? He showed me an object in his hand. It's a large round opal with ingredient runes carved into it. It glimpsed with his wit. See this ship that went down over there? I've been looking for someone to help me recover some missing cargo. Missing cargo? We started at a Code Morn and were making our way down the river, loading and unloading as we went, business as usual. And what exactly happened? When we reached Ains Rest, we may have agreed to take on a few crates from some place called Kilburn Rail. A couple of the lads sucked and peeked at the cargo, saw suits of armor and broken scepter. Don't know why anyone would want broken anything, but these animancers will buy dirt stockpile if you say they come from the ruins. Travis blinked 3 times. His face twitched for some more each time. So, aiding and abandoning the looting of Guanthian treasures. The real crime is that I'm not allowed to tear his lungs out through his rabble. Why not? Because you'll be stopped? Because you have to kill some more guards? We were almost at Defiance Bay when the screams started. I've seen my share of bedroom tours, but it's done differently. I was topside when the captain but he and the first mate went below deck to see what all the commotion was about. When they did come back, I looked into the hold. I saw one of those suits of armor walking around all by itself. It was covered in blood. When it saw me, I started running for the hatch, so I closed it. And how did the ship get here? He rolled a stone between his hands. I'm just a duckhead, but I was the only one left. I piloted the ship as best as I could, but I hit a rock. As we were passing Buckenbury, I barely made it to Angra's Gift. I had to jump overboard and swim for the docks. I'd given up on the cargo, not to mention the payday, when one of the lads put this up in his net. It's part of the scepter. From what I recall, there were 3 other pieces, and I'd bet you anything they are somewhere in the shallows too. If anyone could find them, there'd be profit for a fellow. And what would happen if I find the rest? You find the missing pieces of the artifact, and I've got the Animancer friend from my expedition days, who will find you a stack of coppers. All I want out of this is a few hundred pads on my lost payday. If that sounds fair to you, I'll give you the stone and the name of my contract once you have everything else. Seeing as the kid dragged his stone up in the net, I'd wager you could probably find the missing pieces out in the shallows during a low tide. Imatau doesn't sound like a Dawoodian name. Did I tell you my name? That's because it isn't. I'm from Ixantil Plains, aboard Savannah north of the Dawood. Not too different from the ocean in the way. There are places where you can stand and turn full cycle and see nothing but the wide making waves in the grays. But at moments like this, I wonder what business is a plainsman like me had taking on the water. What do you know about Angra's Gift? We've got docks, fishing, steady ships traffic all the time. This sprung up around the docks. It's Explorers district in the Fans Bay, but one of the liveliest. And for lovely nothing but the salty mast, you do better to ask younger men than me if you want to know more about this place. About the relics? Do you have any idea what the Animancer wants with them? She was always thinking with these things, back when we were young. I used to think she was a fool, retiring for some dusty study in Blackenbury, but after the horror on the boat, I'm thinking she made the wiser choice. Okay, how's business? I'll be glad to sail with the captain, who'd be more careful about the cargo from now on. I don't give a worm wings about the ducks trafficking laws, but I'm too old to fight ancient horrors. I just want to enjoy the twilight years doing honest day's work.
I shall be discreet. Keeping an eye out. On the hunt.
Okay.
I'll see what I can find. Keeping an eye out. I'll see what I can find.
I'm on the trail.
The captain won't be happy to hear about this. Sure he will.
I'll tinker with that. What could go wrong?
McKenna. This young lucky sailor is wearing a cap anxiously, sweat bending on his forehead brow. His eyes widened as I approached, and he took a few steps forward.
Gods keep you.
If you have a moment, you're not from around here, right? You don't look like you're from the docks. I could use your help. You're a sailor? Yes, sir. I signed on the half a year back. The pay's decent, and the sights of the sun coming up on the sea. I don't give that up for anything. I just wish I'd ask around about the captain first. And what's your problem? Oh, thank you, thank you. It's the captain, or rather, not the captain himself, but his chest, his sea chest. He keeps all his valuables in there, tucked away, safe. I was unloading it with the rest of the things. What with us staying in port a couple of days, and I may have gotten a little distracted. I wasn't gone long, just an hour, at the salty mast. When I got back, the chest was gone. It really hasn't been that long, however. Whoever took it can't be too far, but the shift changed, and I'm not on watch. I can't sneak off to look for it, and the captain will kill me if he hears about it. Forget shrug on the yarn one. Please, if you could get it back for me, I swear by the flames, I'll make it worth your while. You can have my pay. I won't be spending it if the captain finds out anyway. What makes you think I'm not from around here? Gut feeling. I really could use your help though. Any idea where the thieves are? Well, the chest itself is pretty heavy. Nobody I've asked has seen getting carried around either. They must be sunk it off somewhere nearby, just out of sight. They can be foregone, right? That's a pretty good lock on it too, so I'm pretty sure they haven't got it open unless they take an axe to it, I suppose. Oh god, if they got it open I really am done for.
Keeping an eye out.
So instead of sand, this place has stone growing from the water. This is really an unsafe place to dock.
Shh.
Now hiring builders, no experience needed.
How do you do?
As I approached, she eagerly turned to me. You interested in doing some construction work? Her clothing was simple, but nicer than most you've seen in undress gear. Pays good money. I take it you have trouble finding workers. Workers who aren't superstitious cowards anyway. I offer good coin, but as soon as I tell them about the job, they say out of the ladies' lambent and spade over the dock. They all think the lighthouse is haunted ever since the flood of the Yondra's gift. I suppose that's one of the downside of those big city buildings. No spirit ever haunted the hut of the tundra. It was flooded? Back at the end of the War of Defiance, it was one of the fishing boats to the Andrian military. Cost us a lot though. The whole district was supposed to be evacuated, but not everyone left in time. The Idarians put anyone they found to the sword. The lucky ones who escaped, the slaughter town drowned hours later when Harrod's forces broke the dams. Locals say that the White House keeper was one of the people who stayed behind and one of the last to die. I don't know why that makes the lighthouse any more haunted than any rest of the gift, but there you have it. Have you gone inside? Who, me? Not exactly. See, my health is rather delicate, and oh, the dust. Alright, when I saw two Amwa back and running as fast as they could down the pier, I lost my nerve too. I could take a look. Good, about time someone put an end to this foolishness. She rummaged in her pocket and pulled out a skeleton key. As she handed it to me, she hesitated. Just be careful. Not that I believe in ghost stories, but it's an old building, so watch your step. Do you know what can be inside there? If only it's been uninhabited since the flood of Andra's gift. And what exactly are you building? An inn, allegedly. The gift needs a sport with little more class than a salty mast. The district has been in the dams since the War of Defiance. It seems ready for some fresh development. So imagine my excitement when I find this place 3 floors tall and right on the water, for sale at a reasonable price. The smallest suggests that there were others interested in buyers, so I closed the deal before I'd taken time to really look into it. Stupid. Yeah, sure. Being from New Halmar, I knew about the flood, but I didn't know about the superstition surrounding the lighthouse, and that the seller was long gone by the time I found out. At this point, it will be a miracle from the Lady of London herself if I make the investment back. You know, it's not going to be that difficult to build an inn. I did one for 3 days. At this point, yeah. You're not from Defiance Bay then. What gave it away, the accent, or the fact that I was dumb enough to pay good coin for this place? I'm from New Halmar. on the northern coast. It's smaller than Defiance Bay, so I come here, hoping for some fresh opportunities and maybe the chance to do a little good in this neighborhood. And the flooding, what do you know about that? Hardred ordered it near the end of the War of Defiance. It was one of the finishing blows to the Adrian military. Cost us a lot though. The whole district was supposed to be evacuated, but not everyone left in time. The Adrians put anyone they found to the sword. The lucky ones who escaped drowned hours later. Yeah, we read that.
Laying low.
Right, so we are looking for people with chests. Oh, you built a bridge on the top of this guy's house. That's great.
Nia's got her work cut out for her.
Sounds right.
Not a sound.
Anyway. Nope, it's not in here. I'll find it. Do you need to visit the mast and speak with that prostitute?
Of all the things I've gotten used to, food was the hardest adjustment.
I quite agree. Deer wouldn't oversalt everything and drown it in sauce.
And they burn out all the flavor. Nothing like a raw deer flank.
Should we visit the trading company? Sure. Coronel.
Hello.
Oh. Let's see what you have then. Ooh, these are some fancy gloves. Touch up rod. And spreading plate. Sounds cool. Wild Strike Belt, usable by druids only. Dragon Egg, cool. Well, we are not gonna purchase the cat, that's for certain. I don't need the dog either. Okay, let's take a look at these rose-finger gloves. These gloves were worn by a healer in the old Valiant, who lived in a village stricken by a terrible plague. While most fled, he stayed behind, restoring a few he could and easing the suffering of those he could not. In time the disease spread to him, melting the flesh off his face and raising voids on his arms, but leaving his hands, eyes and mental functions untouched. His exposure to the illness had included him against its most perilous efforts, leaving him disfigured but capable. The Ring of Wonder. Ooh, I want this. The Druidic Order of Avarast, the Golden Clove, gave that Ring of Wonder in the capital of one of the great trees surrounding Tyr called Twin Elms. One day they say it will grow into an elven emerald tree, root-like fibers twined together, sprouting from the shimmering green bud. The ring adjusted to the finger of the wearer, but removing it can be a painful experience, as the roots bound to the flesh. Ouch. Second chance on unconscious. Yeah, definitely want this ring. And the belt, really. End result. Oh, seems so cool. Okay, let's take a look at this belt. Commissioned by the wealthy nobleman in New Halmar, this leather belt has been dyed to resemble the phalanx of which it named. Much taken by account on the fearsome beasts, the eccentric nobleman gathered pelts and hunting trophies, though he had never seen any of the creatures in person. When commissioning the belt, the nobleman insisted upon enchanting it, which would grant him the Stagler's grace and poise. Despite its mundane origins, the enchantment proved very effective, though the bells won't guarantee that the wearer will land on their feet. After a fall, it will see them back in fighting stance more frequently. This gives me dexterity if I purchase it. Sure, I think not everyone has a belt. The Amulet of Jokote. This amulet was taken from the ruins of El Glanfad by Imperial agents in 2664 AI, attempting to shatter the new and fragile peace between the Graf Armand Havert and the Glanfatians. They found themselves in possession of numerous powerful mysterious artifacts. Adrian Wizard and Animances took a particular interest in this piece, particularly. When the Imperial Watcher claims to see the soul of the forest of the Daoud within it. However, when one of the wizards studied the amulet, was driven mad, research ground to a halt, the artifact changed hands, and it was believed to have been stolen. Back by a Glanfatian rogue. The teardrop-shaped amulet hangs from a silver robe. It bears an image of a cardinal in the flight of a front of a runic engravings in the back. Wearing it produces a strange vibration. Oh, come on. Produces a strange vibration that is felt rather than hard, as if someone in the amulet resounds with the wearer's very soul. That's half of my money right there. It's not like I need the money, I just think I don't need resolve, so we'll purchase those two. Okay, cool. Deflection, protection. This gives you Constitution, Mallet, and Resolve, and a second chance. I don't know. I don't regret purchasing the belt. Basically everyone can use that. Second chance on the ring. Equipping that. And you can have this. Oh, come on. Go with this one. I mean, it just raises my deflection, but my deflection isn't that great anyway. And you can have this. Valiant Soldier. Valiant Trading Company. Yeah, sure, let's go inside, see what we can find there.
Quietly now.
Welcome to the Valiant Trading Company.
How do you do?
A young woman stands behind the Coronel, watching you, with a quick, intelligent eyes. Welcome, this is your first visit to the Valiant Trading Company, is it not? Please, let me know what I can assist you with. Tell me about this place. The Valiant Trading Company is an association of merchants from the Valiant Republics. We oversee trade deals and negotiate on behalf of our merchants. This is our warehouse, where we store our goods in transit. Do you have business with us? And you are? I'm the assistant manager of the warehouse. Currently I help Verzano run things, but I'll take over when he retires, or when the company bosses back down. Besides, it's time for a new management. Okay, she rolled her eyes.
Keeping an eye out.
Not a sound.
We're looking for secrets, actually. Esteemed Master Verzano, while your ambition would dignify my son in the Republics, your methods would not. The Dukes have asked once, and you see that the business interests of all the Republics, they are not given to asking twice, okay? Bundle navigation charts and natural maps, cool. A shipment manifest listing the cargo of the principal Mi Carmenea, 400 Shakri skins from Rutai, 20 bells of Blackwood from the Living Lands, and 6 dozen barrels of Adrian Ale. Keep those crates moving, mate.
Ready, Watcher.
Yeah? I can do that. All done.
Ooh, drugs. Wow. I'm putting my time now, so I can return home wealthy and successful. Oh yeah, the successful work. A man stands in the corner of the warehouse. Yeah, that's the Coronel, right? Directing traffic, gems wink from many rings on his fingers as he points the wares of the warriors. His silk clothing, though finely embodied, are new. I noticed a couple of mended seams around the shoulder and a discreet patch on one of his elbows.
Welcome.
When he saw me, he threw up his hands wide in expansive welcome. Greetings, you have come to the warehouse of the headquarters of the Valiant Trading Company. He consulted the pocket watch. Some of the gold fleeing has chipped away. But you are late. I'm sent word to the expedition hall yesterday. This delivery cannot wait. What exactly is it that you do here? I'm the merchant of Ansenza, the finest of the Valiant Republics here in Defiance Bay. I run the Valiant Trade Company. We ship cargo to the farm of the Republics. We are part of the greatest merchandise organization in the world. Anything you can imagine, we can ship it. For a fee, of course. Tell me about the Valiant Trading Company. We are a confederation of merchants and traders from the Republics. We sell all the manner of goods and equipment, and for years we have enjoyed fruitful connects with many shops, inns, and armorers throughout Defiance Bay. Something is wrong, isn't it? It's nothing, only that the competition has grown, especially fierce in recent months, but I suppose this is to be expected given the legacy, as the locals covered. Who was that feathered woman? Ah, you must mean Pelagnia. She's a paladin, in the employ of the Valiant Embassy. She's a good soldier, but not so good at taking orders. Too hot of temper, I'm afraid. I see. What's the delivery? I must assume that you are not from the company. I contracted the expedition hall, but you are here and they are not. It's a big bitter squarish seeds, which are prized for their medical properties. Few merchants in Defiance Bay deal in them, but those who do know their value. Seems simple enough, why ask me? From the sport, his merciless goatee. My own couriers have been robbed and beaten these past few weeks. It would seem that some of my competitors' recent success. In any case, you are not known associate, you would be left alone, and if not, you look like you could handle yourself. And as for your integrity, I suppose I'll just have to trust you, as you will have to trust my assurance that you won't find a buyer outside of my contract. I'll do it, no worries. Excellent. Now deliver this package to a man named Garrett of the Goose and Fox in Copperland. He'll know what to do with it. Return to me when you're done, and I shall see to it your payment.
Hail and well met.
Better deliver that package, no? Business such as this is best concluded quickly.
I'm on
Why?
the trail.
It's illegal dealing, is it not? Look at all the chests that we're gonna look into and not take anything because we are good people. Would you just go away?
Yeah? I can do that. I can do that. All done.
Cool.
Hey.
Okay guys, you can have fun. Okay, we still haven't fought this episode, so that's gonna have to change soon. Let it all be lost to the... whatever.
Not a sound.
Yeah, okay, cool. A Valiant sailor, mind.
Keeping an eye out.
That's where we go downstairs, yes? It is a shallow water. The salty mast, we need to go there as well.
Quiet.
Quietly now.
Okay, let's take a look in this house. I do hope I find that chest. Maybe there's some treasure in it I would enjoy. Hold up.
I'm on the trail.
We might speak with you later. But first let's rob you. You hear about my boy? The woman looked like she hasn't slept in days. Her hair is rat's nest of tangled and her eyes are lined with shadows. She casted an anxious glance at the door. Her eyes widened somewhere between hope and apprehension. Are you here about Taryn? Who? My boy, Darren. His father Wade took him fishing 2 days ago, and I haven't seen either of them since. The neighbors are no help, and the city watch hardly bothers with the gift these days. I'll be out of the docks looking for him myself, but I can't leave my baby. Her eyes wandered to the crib. She lowered her voice. I don't dare take Hollowborn out. What with the violence near the brothel? You have a Hollowborn baby. Wilden's legacy is a portrait of Defiance Base anywhere. People are scared, and they are looking for someone to blame, whether it's those women in the brothel or the families of those poor babes. Might be nice if a god or two stepped in and set people straight, but maybe that's just not me. I don't approve what goes on at the Mule's place, but these attacks won't earn us the goods mercy, and it's only made harder to earn a living. Tell me about the disappearance. What do you mean? Darren. Who is he? A brave lad, if a little too bold for his own good. He's always been dutiful son and gentle brother. He's got dark hair, quick eyes, and ready smile. When you find him, you'll recognize him. In a heartbeat, I'm sure of it. Tell me about Wade. Something I don't know, whether to rejoice too rude that he comes home as often as he does. He spends most of his time and all our money drinking at the brothel. Has ever since. And where did you see them last? Wade was tasking Darren fishing at the docks. That was 2 days ago. I'll be back if I find anything. I don't know how to thank you. I don't have much to spare these days, but Odros bless you for anything you can do.
I'll see what I can find.
Brave Darren. With my luck, he turned out dead 2 days ago. That's a long time.
I shall be discreet.
Oh, come on, there should be a secret here. No? Well, damn it. Okay, seems to be something over there. I'll take a look, no worries. Thugs. 4 people stand gathered around what appears to be a wooden chest. One of them, grizzled with rough-looking character, looks up at you, then sneers. Took a wrong turn somewhere, did ya? Best turn around and walk on. There's a sudden snapping sound in the direction of the chest, and the second smaller man lets out a frustrating groan. Damn it! There's a second lockpick. He looks up at me and stills. Oh. Orange rolled his eyes, then turned to you. You walked down your last pair. Oh yeah, I totally believe you can take me down. You attack, you attack. Do we have any mages? Maybe, I don't know. Let's use that. Oh, okay. It was a wrong move. Use that on him. And I'm gonna help you out.
Yeah?
Oh, it's so good to be very powerful, isn't it? Oh, my puppy! Wait, he's still alive. I was just knocked a little bit. Last and not least, this guy. Except I want this one dead as well. Take him down. Well, look at all the loot we just found. Okay. This sea chest bears a large embodied sigil on a ship and the word Fortan Arrow beneath its gilded letter. It's held shut by a heavy brass padlock. After a little bit of work, the lock opens with a satisfying chunk, and you are able to pull away the padlock. The sea chest contains the sea captain's hat and a fine reward rapier, and nothing else. It seems Captain Fury greatly values his hat. Take the hat and rapier. Let's take a look at them. Are they quest items? I just want to know. No. Portano's rapier. Light and fast. Rapiers, yeah, we know what rapiers are. And Captain's heart.
Laying low.
Okay. Let's take a look at this.
What's this all about?
Hello. Not a bad secret right there. At least our movement here went for nothing. Let's get on with it.
I'll see what I can find.
Wrap his purse and go.
I'll see what I can find.
The salty mask, and you are? This man's fancy clothing are ripped and blood flows from the fresh cut above his eye. He tried to push himself up, but his arms are shaking. He winces painfully. What happened to you? He carefully dabs at his bloody nose with silk handkerchief. I was just on my way to the club. He slowly stretched out one leg, grimacing at his other knee. It's a rough part of town, but the Radu's never been that violent. Even at night, with Equil isn't worth this.
On the hunt.
Okay, whoever Equil is, I'm pretty sure she doesn't care about you. Well, before we go downstairs once more, I thought I saw graffiti here.
Nice and quiet.
Orla's house. Can we know about her?
On the hunt.
a Valiant soldier. I don't need you.
I'll stay out of sight.
Sailor? Come on, go. Go a little bit faster. It's not a guy, is it? Okay. McKenna.
Greetings.
And look, finding the captain's chest. Have you seen a little boy named Taryn? Oh sure, he wanted to play on the ship, but I couldn't let him. Coronel was very strict about this sort of thing. I had to shoo him off. Felt a bit bad about it though. Saw him heading towards the salty mast, not really somewhere he ought to be playing. Hope you find him.
Hail, traveler.
Yeah, here's the chest. Oh, thank you, thank you. I don't know what to say. He blinks glancingly down at the sea chest. This is lighter than expected. Oh. But never mind that. You've saved my life, friend. Truly, I owe you one. Here, this week's wage, just like I promised. You know, I did just save your life. Oh, of course, let me think. Oh, I know. You can have this. He reached for the amulet around his neck and handed it to me. It's all I have. Hope it brings you some luck. Yeah. Goodbye. Ah, feels so good when you help people. A large and variably colored Valiant sea captain's hat with matching feathers. Cool. Let's take a look. Drinking hole under moderation. Who shall have this? +2 to intelligence while endurance is above 50%. That's actually pretty decent. Intelligence and resolve. Maximum endurance. Fortitude, reflex and will. And that thing is not gonna help you. Light and fast rapiers. This rapier has been meticulously polished, and the hilt is surrounded by elaborate gilded guards and quillions. Okay, I want to take a look at it. Yeah. As much as I like rapiers, they're not very good in this game. Okay, go here.
Not a sound.
Okay. You can see things that need to be killed. Rain blight. Go and kill it. It's a lot of them actually.
Can't get a good
Okay,
shot
okay.
with this.
Okay, everyone, take him down. Let's see. Use this. You have to retreat. Go over here.
Hey.
Okay, you guys move over there. You attack this
Can't get
guy.
a good shot
Everyone focus.
with this.
Go over here. Go over here.
This thing isn't doing the job.
Need some?
Okay, everyone focus on this guy. Okay, one dead. One left. Seriously, it can't go there?
Consider it dead.
Whatever.
Can't
Knock
get a
him
good
down.
shot with this.
That didn't work. Need to try something else.
I don't think this will work on him. But I'm gonna try. I think he's immune to paralysis. Still vulnerable to that, apparently. Could have helped there.
Quiet.
Okay, rain lights. Go.
Dead on!
Okay. Paralyzed.
Need something? Blood makes them.
Nice work, Arabias.
Not a sound.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, those things are formed from biowics, and they said about floods. I don't know what this thing is doing here. Muzzle clings on the bricks of this plank. Their shell sharp enough to cut flesh. A scepter shot. Can keep that for now. Scepter base. Cool. And more of those things. Great, great. Everyone here, be ready for the fight. Ouch. Okay, go get him, all of you. Actually, I want you to use this on the wolf.
Hey.
Okay guys, retreat. Let's see, are you gonna follow me?
Can't get a good shot with this. That's on me.
Not seriously? Focus on this guy. Try to pull him down. You, help us. Everyone take him down.
I'm here.
Yes, that was the worst possible thing you could have
Not
done.
getting through me.
I'll chew the.
Other giants. Not so smart, are they?
Slow and silent.
It was kind of painful. Both of you attack him, all of you. Focus fire. Okay. Let's see if this will work. Additional effect, 150 some damage. Okay, you attack here.
Need something? Need something?
Okay, go.
Die already!
Big lights. Not
Hey,
very
look
strong
what
though.
I found.
I see. Let's take it out. Money's great.
Laying low. Keeping an eye out.
Spike of a scepter. Mud squelches underfoot, crabs scatter off the debris.
Now what's this all about?
A fine club. It has spikes, that's what's making it fine.
I'm on the trail.
A young boy's corpse lie at your feet, half covered in dirt and seaweed. His hands have shivered around a dagger. A soul lingers nearby, something confused and lost in the seaside's fog. As I reached for the soul, it lashed out, glowing mist struck at the air around me. The soul can't touch me, but I could feel it burn with feeble, uncontrollable rage. Come down and show me what happened. The soul flickered. It rippled towards me, timidly at first, as if swirl around me. I experienced wonder, fear, and joy of running between the ships at noon, where the jolt it pulls into the streets around the salty mast. Woman with painted ears and with painted face waved between men, stumbling into and out of the lamplight. Father's gone for the drink, just like he always does. He said he'd only be a few minutes, but it's been hours. The man guarding the door only laughed when you try to explain this. There's always a back door in an alley. 2 men have cornered a woman. Her cheeks are staked with tears. She is backed against the wall and looking away. They are inching closer. You stepped forward. The man barely acknowledged me, but the woman looked to me, a plea in her eyes. You've seen that look in abused strays, in your hollow-born sister. That time father took her from her spiriting cradle and the field wash basin. You were brave that day. A knife is in the thug's belt. It's in your hand, and now it's tight. You're small and fast, but not fast enough. Fingers bite into your arm, and muddy boots sail towards your face. When everything is muffled by cold brackish water, your soul retreats from you. It pulses with question. Life isn't fair. I wouldn't expect the next one to be different from you. Taryn's soul absorbs into thought and ebbs in the ocean, mists around the cloaks. Yliel, are you feeling okay? Did you catch occultism from the Darwoodians? His smile turned nervous as he looked me over, examining me for a sign of injury. You were off in your own little dream for a moment. What's going on with you? A young boy's corpse takes the deck, okay? The small hands are grit and dead, but you pry the dagger free. It looks too large and too expensive to have belonged to him. The letter B is carved into the pommel. Well, we are definitely gonna find this guy. Right. I think I'm gonna end the episode, but first I'm gonna read a book, because we have so many to read about. Let's see, something... Selected correspondence of Glyphfinger's Island. I think we read about the club there. Sing, O ocean waves of wondrous sorrow, of her unrequired love for the unattainable moon. Sing of the ocean's sorrow, so that we may forget our own. Each day the tide reenacts Audra's longing for her moon. The waters reach out at high tides, yearning for the heavenly body, only to slump into a low tide when the moon proves unattainable. You asked me once why I loved Audra so dearly. How I could go from life today, from life on dry land, to being a devotee to the goddess of ocean. I sing of ocean's sorrow, so that I may forget my own. It's Audra's message that speaks to my heart. I have devoted my life to the helping of others, discard painful memories, for that is the gift of Audra. When I lost my younger daughter, my wife and I were insulated, until a glove-bearer offered to take my toddler's toys and cast them into the deepest water. Truth be told, I and the other glove-bearers, gift-bearers, I know, have never even spoken to Audra. She is largely silent, and when she does speak, she does floods in tides, waves instead of words. But we sing of the ocean's sorrow, so that others may forget theirs. Audra's story, the story of desire unanswered, actually matters to the people like you and me. Magran cannot cheer you or our victories over sadness. Haya cannot force joy down crying throats. Only Audra can give us the strength to preserve when life seems without word. And that is the answer to your question regarding why I love my goddess so dearly, okay? Not very smart, this guy. 10 years of dawn, that sounds cool. Anyway, that's where I'm gonna end the episode. Thank you all for joining me, and I'm gonna see you all next time. Goodbye.